Hello and welcome to the incredibly influential and highly successful podcast. I'm incredibly influential. Also, Kale. Hi.
My name is Maxwell, and I am highly successful. And one day we will get this intro right.
I doubt it because I've been doing it the other way for literally a year, so that's never gonna happen. Today is Tuesday, June 20th, the same day it's going out as we're recording this.
Yeah.
And we're recording. Well, one of us is recording this live from Berlin.
That's right.
How's that going for you?
Well, I'm in Berlin, and I'm in front of my computer talking to you, so it's going great right now.
You know, I can't ask for anything better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear everything's going well. I want to hear everything about it. Tell us all about it.
I don't think I'm allowed to disclose everything that's going on in this trip here, but I can talk about some things, you know?
Well, tell us everything that you can tell us about.
Okay. Well, where should I start? I've only been here 2 days, so I haven't had time to do a lot. But what I did do...
You were in Scotland for a while, though, right?
That's right. A week.
Yeah. How was that?
Good. Also good. Did a lot of sightseeing, walking, shopping. We went to a place called the Outer Hebrides.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, they have a mountain range. I mean, it's a lot of mountains in Scotland. It's like the topography of upstate New York in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Sounds right. Sounds like it makes sense. We went to a place called the Isle of Skye, and we climbed to the top of one of their mountains, and we watched the night sky, except it never got dark because it was too close to where the sun is. So it only gets, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it gets dark on one side of the sky, and then it's blue in one portion, and it stays that way, and doesn't ever turn to night.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How far did you have to go for that?
From Edinburgh, it's like 130 miles or something.
Wow. And you got the whole, like, basically like the Arctic Circle experience, pretty much, or like the Lower Alaska thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's amusing, you know. Like, I don't know. We were talking to a local, and he was like, "I don't see why you should be getting sunscreen or using sunscreen," when we brought up that we did, because it's useless virtually all the time. Because when it's not all day at that place, it's night all the time. For like the rest of the year.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And how's your flight? I know I've been having some issues with flying. How was yours?
Oh, well, my flights were fine. I had a friend, and her flight was delayed, then canceled.
Oof.
So, you know, there's a mixed bag. Also, I did have my flight delayed as well, now that I remember. So, you know, it's great, but it doesn't speak to the trains that they have here. We had 2 hiccups trying to go to the Isle of Skye, taking 2 trains. On our first trip, going out, we took the bus. Well, we took 2 buses. Like, there were 2 buses going to a train station, and the train left without the second bus, so we had to wait, and we didn't get on that train. But that wasn't really our fault, because they just they didn't take anybody who was on that bus. So there was that. Um, Everyone was super apologetic, but I think we were all really chill because we knew that it wasn't our fault, and
Yeah.
it's like, what are you gonna do about it? And then when we came back, they canceled our second train, so we had to find another way to take a train back.
Well, you made it back. You made it back eventually.
That's true. No, we just kind of accept it and keep moving
Yeah.
forward.
I think rolling with the punches is probably the way to go with international travel. We've never been on, unless you went to Mexico. Did you go to Mexico
I did,
that one
but
time?
I didn't go with you.
Yeah, you went the next year. I was gonna say, we've never been on an international trip together. Because you went to Italy the year after I did.
Yeah, so I did all these trips you did a year after you.
Yes, you did.
I went on the
Remember?
ones.
Yeah, remember when they tried to get me to go to Thailand? Like, they were not subtle about it. They were so the way it worked, right? So back at boarding school, they had like these international trips, right? And usually they were about a week, but they
Man,
had this special one.
we sound so privileged for having these.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't all fantastic, like all they were cracked up to be, but they were pretty cool. I mean, for what we were paying for it, they should have been. But one of the special trips was a whole semester, like 3 or 4 months in Thailand, and
Which sounds pretty cool.
yeah, and so they only had it for like 8 or 9 of the kids there, right? And they were very not subtle about, if you wanted to go, you could go, because it was like a whole, like, you had to apply to go on these like trips, pretty much.
Yeah. So why didn't you go?
The disease that sort of wigged me out. The fact that we had to take like typhoid pills.
Yeah, they had
and
that was like several weeks long. That was like a several week long process to get
yes,
vaccinations.
Yeah, I did not want to do that. I was that shit really wigged me out. They were like, yeah, here's all the fucking diseases you can get if you go to Thailand. And I'm like, no, thank you. If I want to go see elephants, they have elephant sanctuaries here. No fucking thank you. So I just didn't go, and I stayed back stateside. And it was pretty nice, to be just, I don't.
Like, well, if you're accepting it, I personally would not have skipped the trip to Thailand for 3 months.
Yeah, I think 3 months would have been too long for me anyway. I just wouldn't have adapted all too well.
Yeah.
Fire engine. There we go.
Yeah. Let's remember the fact that I'm in a city.
Yes.
And
live from Berlin.
That's right.
Yeah.
Berlin is very interesting.
Yes, it is. I haven't been myself, but my mom's the whole like European tourist, been to Germany a whole bunch of times. She speaks a little bit of German. I think she probably speaks about like 20 or 30% more German than I speak Spanish. So a decent chunk.
That's not bad.
Decent amount. Yeah.
I've been getting by with less than that. Less than more than 20% of what you know in Spanish.
Yeah.
Even less than what you know in Spanish. But it actually works. It's doesn't bog me on the trip.
Yeah, a lot of Germans speak English. Most of Europe has just accepted that they're going to need to speak English at this point.
Yes.
They've accepted their fate. And you know what? Should have had a bigger empire if you wanted the whole country or the whole world to learn your country's language.
I mean, yeah. I'll agree with that.
Yeah, you know, the British Empire, largest empire in all of history, and the American Empire, the coolest empire in all of
We
history.
have an empire. I don't think the United States has an empire. That's not. It's not
The
a.
communists, all right, I would agree with that, but the communists will say, "Oh, American imperialism, we colonists." Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
All
up.
right. Well,
This is a zero communist podcast, by the way. No British people, no people with attached earlobes, and no communists. That's the rules.
very select
Yeah.
society you have curated.
I mean, just normal people, really. If you have one of those three things, there's something wrong with you, and you should work on that as a person. You should think about why that is.
Well, all right then.
Yeah. But you just got into Germany yesterday?
Yeah, that's right. Well, I guess it's 2 days now.
How was the jet lag?
None. There was like an hour from Scotland.
All right, all right. How's the partying going?
Um, well, last night was interesting because it's Monday. It's Monday night. So,
Mhm.
um, we go to like a bar on Monday night, found through, um, I don't know. They have an app that like searches for clubs, and we went to the club,
Mhm.
uh, and they were like, "Sorry, we're closed. Actually, we've only served 5 drinks in the past like 4 hours or more. So
Mhm.
it's really dead. So we have to turn you away." So we were like, okay. So now we were like driven to this part of Berlin where we don't know, we don't have a bar club to go to. So we have to find something else, and then we do. And you meet some interesting characters here in Berlin. They'll do some weird shit like cocaine. Cocaine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh
Or um, they will ask for a cigarette or pat someone's head or do a little bit of that. There is definitely a weird scene of Berlin that we stumbled into, but
yeah,
we
yeah.
we got out of
I
there.
a few months ago, I
Cash. That's another good thing to do because we also got drinks there and then did not have cash to pay for it, so we had to procure that.
yeah, yeah. Get
Classic tourism.
your oh, they use the euro. I was about to say you have to get your Reichsmarks, but
No,
they haven't been using Reichsmarks for a very long time.
that's right.
Uh but yeah, yeah. I interviewed on the incredibly influential interviews show. By the way, there's going to be a new one of those coming out, and I'm very excited about this one.
Oh
I'm
yes.
very excited about this
Why
one.
don't you tell us a little bit about it?
I it's not like set in stone all the way yet, so I don't want to get everyone too excited. We've got a lot of like new projects coming out that we're working on. I'm very excited about this summer. We're gonna be working on some really cool shit this summer. Um, but we've got uh, a member of a heavy metal band from Europe. Tentatively, we're working on a schedule for uh, an interview, but we've been friends for a while. We met during a couple of my live streams on over on twitch.tv/ktogston.
Oh,
Go over and follow.
why the hesitation to plug yourself?
Uh dude, at this point it's just become second nature, you know. Uh Uh, but that's really, but we've been friends for a while, playing
Mm.
Insurgency Sandstorm together. But we uh like he just told me last night that he was in a band, and it's actually a really uh pretty large sized band. I was with so I had a couple of other friends, and one of my friends was like, hey, have you ever heard of, and he said the name of the band, and my friend was like, oh yeah, I'm the drummer in it. And that was crazy.
Nice. That happened on your stream?
Yes, it did. It was wild. uh if you're listening to this today, I think it's still gonna, the stream is still up over on Twitch for a couple more days, so if you want to go and check it out, it's up there somewhere. I forget the name of the stream, so you might have to go looking. And I think it was like a 3-hour stream, so you're gonna have to look for a while. But yeah, it was really interesting. I had no idea about it, but the music's really good. That shit is gas.
Nice. Did
That
you listen to their music before you realized that guy was in the band?
No, so that whole scene, right? I had actually like just started talking, like the way we got on that subject, right, was like one of my friends brought up like, oh yeah, I'm really big on like European metal, and I'm like, yeah, I've just started getting into that. Like I started with uh Dragon Force I had listened to before. They're pretty cool. There's another band that I really liked. And I just started getting into Sabaton, and they're kind of not really similar to Sabaton. It's a different kind of like metal, but it's pretty cool. I listened to like the first half of their album. I'm gonna listen to the second half later today, and it was really good. That shit was gas. It was really good.
Nice.
So yeah, I can't wait to do the interview for you guys. So it's, I think probably hopefully either this Friday or next Friday. But yeah, stay tuned for that.
Where is he based at?
Sweden.
Sweden. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Lot of big metal bands from Sweden. Sabaton is one of them.
Yes. You may be familiar with them. We just introduced them, right? Or no? Is that?
Yeah. I think. I have to look.
Okay. Journalism.
Oh no. Okay. Glory Hammer's from Britain. Okay. Yeah. Glory Hammer's the other band, but Glory Hammer's from Britain. So, different country, but still really cool. Really excited
Yes, your guys from Sweden.
Hopefully, yeah, really excited to hopefully get that interview out soon. And our other project, that I'm really excited about, Maxwell.
Yeah.
And this will actually segue into my next topic, that I wanted to talk about, which is, our movie commentaries. We're gonna be doing those.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up for it. If you want to watch the Indiana Jones movies back to back before this movie, then this is our upcoming project. Obviously, I mean, or I don't know. I'm a Berliner right now, so
Ich bin ein Berliner.
That's right, you jelly donut. We were actually in the neighborhood where Kennedy said that in Berlin.
That was pretty cool. Did you see the remains of the wall?
Yeah, they're like they're not in like one specific place. You can go places in the city and see them.
Well, yeah, it was across the whole city. Yeah.
So we were there, like seeing this and that of the wall. But yeah, it was interesting stuff, you know. Like there's a cutout where you can see like how they built the wall into the ground. You can see, I mean, there's a gallery of different artists who put stuff on the Berlin Wall. So we walked past that, took a picture in front of I don't really know who these people are, but they're really going for it and making out. But
I mean,
apparently
that
I'm not a
well, that reminds me of Heroes, David Bowie. I think they were reenacting, that song, because they kiss in front of the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, that. David Bowie.
Yeah, but right? I don't know all his music.
Well, that's like that's the Bohemian Rhapsody for David Bowie.
Oh, well, they were definitely doing that on the wall. So I can attest, having been to the country.
Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
But back to the
your Indiana Jones watch party, watch-a-thon.
Yeah. So we're gonna be kicking off our movie commentaries thing with that. But we have but that's gonna be on our pre-existing $5 tier on Patreon. That has a free trial as well now, so you can you can get that week-long free trial, and
just check out that.
Yeah,
if you want,
and
just
yeah,
get a
exactly.
taste.
Yeah, see if you want to continue, and yeah, but that's going to be where the commentaries are going to be. They're going to be on our existing $5 tier, so that's going to be even better of a deal for you.
And if you want to just try it out, you can do that for free.
Yeah, for the whole week.
This is news to me.
Yeah, I just set that up yesterday. Also, we are finally so RSS is what we use for our host for our podcast, and they have just set up a new tool to get your podcast episodes from RSS over to YouTube. So we're going to be moving over onto YouTube. So take a look for those as well. If that works better for you, make sure to
Sick.
go over there.
Look at our compatibility.
Right? Yeah. I know some people prefer to listen to their podcasts over on YouTube. So yeah, that's gonna be
expanding,
up pretty soon.
Expanding the selection, just like that.
All of our I think I'm gonna be working on that. But yeah, we'll be getting all 60 episodes up there. This will be 60. And all our bonus content as well. So yeah, we're gonna be
we're expanding.
We are.
Yes,
synergy
seeping into the YouTube platform.
Vertical integration.
What are your thoughts of the Twitch platform changes that have been going on since you are a man of Twitch? This might affect you. This might directly affect you.
That was a different kind of streaming change that I was going to talk about, because I was going to talk about the Netflix thing, yeah. So I haven't noticed any of the changes personally.
Oh well,
because
you would be like someone who would notice. I would feel.
I don't do that kind of advertising, right? I haven't had a sponsored stream before, so it doesn't really affect me. But I know a lot of people. I've noticed a lot more people that I've been talking to switching over to Kick, right? People that I've been talking to and famous people. They've because before Kick was Sneako's over there or Aiden Ross is over there, the fucking cringe type bullshit, right?
Didn't somebody
But more
sign
and more,
like a multi-million-dollar deal to Kick?
I think iShowSpeed did. I don't know. A few people have.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, so it is like gaining
maybe
some traction.
Kai did as well. I think they might be working on something together over on Kick. But I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, a lot more people have been moving over to Kick. So, if you're still sticking on Twitch, hopefully there's going to be less competition within the website, but there's going to be the same amount of competition on other websites. So, I think we might just have to like wait and see. To see how that does for the numbers. But if you've cultivated an audience, what I've noticed on Twitch is that it's sort of hard to, once you become an affiliate, right? If you're running like pre-roll ads when people like come into your stream,
Yeah.
it's really hard to gain an audience, right? Because like if they're just tuning into you and they're getting an ad, it's really hard to get them to like stay and like go after. You know, it's not like a YouTube video, because they've done research on this, where if you click on a YouTube video and you get a 30-second ad, you're gonna or 15 to 30-second ad, you're gonna sit through it, right? But they've done the same research. It's not the same for Twitch, right? Like if you do that, a lot of people just click off. So it's really hard to like get people in and get them to stay through the ad. So it's really hard to set up an audience like that. But you know, we fuck it, we ball regardless. You know,
Yeah.
you just gotta.
So
Yeah.
So I mean, like, they didn't disable that, right? What did they do? Well, I mean,
So what they did,
they posted a statement after they did that and said, "Sorry, we are actually not doing that because the backlash they got was so severe."
so what they did was they completely banned some things, including burned in, like in-stream videos and audios and display ads. So you couldn't have like all those like pre-existing ads burned into your stream. They completely banned those.
So you can't have anything on your screen now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like if you were going to run an ad that was like pre-existed, like if you had it like set up in Streamlabs, right, where you just like press a button and it would play a video or an audio like advertising a product or your stream.
Oh, that's a very strict monetization. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I don't. It's because I guess they want the money from that advertisement on their platform.
yeah.
Ugh.
And that yes, they wanted it through their. They want to take their piece of the pie.
Yes.
And then they restricted all logo sizes to only 3% of your screen.
That's like
So,
nothing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And it's like impossible to know what is like 3%, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's ridiculous. So I'm glad they went out and I think they scrapped all of them, but so many people.
That's quite a stranglehold on your I don't know, not like your creator base, I guess.
Yeah. I think they completely abandoned all of it. But yeah, that was really, yeah. And some people still just decided to leave, right? Yeah.
XQC decided to leave. Apparently, he signed a $100 million deal with Kick.
Yes, he did. It was that's who it was. Yeah, XQC.
$100 million.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I could say no either, even if I don't even know what's offering me $100 million. In this case, it's Kick.
Dude, you would be so set. $100 million. You're set for life. you would be hard pressed to spend $100 million over your whole lifetime.
Yeah. So
That's insane. So yeah, that's that. That is certainly something. But
mhm,
speaking of ads, we have to go to our ad break.
yeah,
I want to talk about the new Netflix changes afterwards. So
interesting.
stay tuned. This episode has been generously sponsored by skunknuggetparenting.com, run by my own talented mother. Parenting is hard. Sometimes kids and parents are like night and day. It can be very hard to get on the same page with them, and a lot of parents have anxiety that maybe they're doing it all wrong. Luckily, there is a service out there that can help. Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions is a company that provides parent coaching services, resource referrals, and psychological profiling, along with 24/7 phone and text access in an all virtual program. Plus, the first consultation is free. In order to get this amazing service, please visit skunknuggetparenting.com. That is skunknuggetparenting.com. Thank you to Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions for sponsoring this episode. Thank you all for listening. And now, back to the podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Netflix. Let's talk about it.
All right.
No more word sharing. It's
Or group
gone.
sharing.
Yep.
So what does that mean exactly? How is that enforced? I remember they were talking about this, and then they got some backlash. But if you're saying it's official, then they must have really put in a policy.
So the way it works is, so apparently the way it works is, let's see how
does it work?
All right. So this is May 27th, 2023. So apparently the way it works is one account can only be used by members of one physical household sharing the internet connection, and you can only travel or like not use it for a month. And if you aren't back in a month, if you don't reconnect to that internet connection, you're donezo. You can't use that account anymore.
Are they being serious?
Yeah. So apparently what it looks like is so what they were saying is that apparently it only applies to TVs now. If you're logged in on a smartphone or a tablet, you it should work. But if you are going on a TV, you're gonna have to you're either gonna have to change your household location or connect back at the primary location. No matter what tier you pay for, doesn't matter. No exceptions for example, military members. And they're not just going by IP addresses. They're using device IDs and account activity as well. And you can only add extra members to the standard and premium plans.
You can only add what exactly?
Like you can add you're gonna have to add like additional like TVs on either the standard or the premium ones.
But you have to manually do that.
Yeah.
For your
There's
account.
they're not going to like, hi dog. They're not gonna like come and come to your house and kick down your door and shoot your dog. They're just going to log you out of your account if you're gone for more than a month. But
I mean, that's still kind of shit, honestly.
It is. It's absolutely shit.
Like, I don't know. I just don't see why, you can like not possibly be in a family, share a Netflix account, and maybe not end up living in the same house or under the same
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, you know? And not everyone is going to make a return trip with their TV every month
Yeah.
just to connect to the Wi-Fi. You're not gonna.
Well, you don't have to bring the TV back, but you have to go home and reconnect. So it's like if you take your so when you're paying for the new member, you're paying for another TV, right? So like if you leave the house, right, you're and you set up like say you went to Thailand, like what we talked about before the ad break, right? Say you went to Thailand for 3 months, right? And you wanted to set up your TV there, you would have to pay an additional, I think it's $8 for to have it set up there. And that's for like every member outside of the additional house. So for every TV you have outside of the original house, you have to pay for that, or you have to go home and reconnect to your primary account, right?
But this is this is not even connected to their tier subscription service.
Yeah.
So you could just pay more than the highest tier for something else than just their basic services.
Yeah. So
well, that's
it doesn't matter what tier you're at, they're still charging you extra. So it's and guess what? Here's the shitty part, right?
We haven't gotten to the shitty part.
It worked. They saw a huge spike
in money,
new accounts. Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a forced option. Like it's so it's not an option. That's actually what doesn't.
But it's Netflix. But it's Netflix, though.
Yeah.
Think about it.
They are definitely one of the biggest streaming platforms that
no.
They can kind of afford to make this move, you know.
But they only have no dog. Stop. Sorry, my dog is he really wants attention right now, and he is not getting any because Dad is working. I'm trying to get you food, asshole. Yeah. So Netflix that only has the movies that you want for 2 days. Only has one decent original show anymore, and a bunch of really boring, or just completely
I don't know how they're making new content anyway. Don't they have a writer's strike? Are they dealing with that?
I don't think they're making any new content, but they don't have to worry about it for a while. Because they have the backlog, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to be feeling that for another couple of years. Dog, stop. Go over there. He's really annoying me.
Mm-hmm.
Go away. Go away. Stop bothering me. But yeah, they've got no good content, right? Nothing, but people are still paying for it, right? All the movies aren't there anymore. You know, once Disney Plus happened, once once all those other streaming platforms happened, and everyone and their mother has their own streaming platform now. You know, fucking MGM has their own
the hotel
streaming platform now. No, the movie studio.
Oh.
I think they make James Bond.
I see.
Yeah, but they have their own streaming platform. But now that everyone else has their own streaming platforms, what's the point of Netflix, right? Because they barely have anything. Most of their original content is not good. And
I mean, you kind of, I don't know, you can't really speak to everyone because some people might like their selection, even though I don't like the selection personally.
Yeah, I can speak to the ratings. which is that most of those Netflix originals do not get watched, right? Like, who watched fucking The Gray Man? Who watched Red Notice? Who watched those?
People did. I mean, I did not, but I'm gonna assume that people definitely watch those movies.
I can count on one hand the number of people who watched The Gray Man that I know, and that's two. Two people. And I know a lot of motherfuckers. So, Netflix, you know what? I was gonna say fucking learn how to run your business, but apparently you know.
There's
apparently you know.
It seems like there's too much to ask them to correct.
Yeah.
First it starts with their policies and sharing TVs. Now it's their selection of movies and shows. So maybe it's time to just jump ship, right?
That's what I'm doing. I'm not buying fucking Netflix again. I will engage in scallywaggery and
I'm so excited to find out what that means.
Yar har and Phil DD.
Yeah, okay.
Being a pirate is so good to be. Do what you want, because a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yeah, we out here. Get a VPN and fucking pirate. You have my endorsement. What are they gonna do about it? Yeah.
Or will you share your VPN with other people?
No.
Oh.
You can get your own. But yeah. Definitely, if they're engaging in unethical business practices like this, I would say you should engage in piracy, because it's a victimless crime at this point, right? Because the people who made the content already got paid, right? It's the same thing as like emulating a video game, right?
Mm-hmm.
The people who made it already got paid, unless it's unless they did some like really shitty deal, like no. Even then,
they do.
Yeah, but like most of those people are either working hourly or salary, and they already got paid. They might get a bonus based on how well the game sells, but usually that's the publisher, not the actual creatives who made the game. So if you want to help them out, that's you work with the you just the people who made it already got paid usually, so they're not being hurt by if you're emulating or in this case pirating. So
I'm not gonna share your platform in endorsing pirating, but
voice
you're
the Jolly Roger
stance.
I don't know. I think that's a really shitty practice on Netflix's part, and I think everyone who decided to bend the knee like that, fucking shame on you. Shame on you for not having a backbone. Fucking shame on you.
You mean all those people who open new accounts?
Or who paid to get the other like TVs in the at another location.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shame on you. Shame on you. For Netflix, the like third or fourth best streaming platform nowadays. It's bullshit. Don't do it, right? Because like, I don't like, what is it, Max? It's not HBO Max anymore. It's just Max. Fucking ridiculous. Fucking imbeciles.
It is definitely the worst part of their name they kept.
Yeah. But like, at least they have all those classic movies, the Turner Classic Movies. They've got like 100 or more, like 100 plus really good classic movies. Bridge on the River Kwai, I think, is there. My Dinner with Andre, I think, is still on there. Treasure of the Sierra Madre, that's on there. Yeah, really, really great classic movies. Casablanca's on there too. Duh, I should have led with that. But yeah, all those classic, iconic films are still on HBO Max. I'm still gonna call it HBO Max.
Yes.
Fuck you, Discovery. Eat a bag of dicks. Eat a big old bag of stinky dicks. Also, how about we talk about The Flash, even though neither one of us have seen it?
That's right.
Uh,
What's your reason?
don't go see it. Don't. My reason is I'm too lazy.
Oh,
Because I haven't gone to see any of the movies that I actually want to see. But also, I've heard it's really bad, and also I don't want to give Ezra Miller money.
but I thought you said these people already make their money, and that like participating in the spending of viewing
in the movie,
using their
in the
content
movie
is...
theaters, in the movie theaters, they make royalties.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
it should. I think that's how it works. Yeah, but I don't want to make Ezra Miller money. And also, The Flash is flopping hard. Did you see how much money it made?
No,
It's 130 million, I believe.
that's not good.
Yeah. Either Flash made 130 and Transformers made 171, or it's the other way around. But both of those are pretty bad numbers for an opening weekend for a 3-day weekend. You know, because we had, by the way, Happy Father's Day, Happy Juneteenth, everyone. Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny if Transformers did better than a DC movie at the box office.
I hope it does. And I also hope that James Gunn and David Zaslav, I don't know how to pronounce your fucking last name, dude. But I hope they decide to recast Ezra Miller, get him the fuck away from any further DC projects, right? Please, God, get him the fuck away from anything DC related for the next, like, ever. Until Ezra Miller goes to jail for a long fucking time.
Yeah, how is he not there right now?
Yeah. Get them out of there. But yeah, definitely yeah. That, and don't go see Flash. If you really do want to see it for some reason, wait until it comes out on Max and stream it.
You're right. I'm also like waiting for that. But I looked it up. So yes, you were right. 139 million, but that's not good for that movie.
I think they included Monday. I think what I saw the numbers was from Sunday, and because Juneteenth is now a federal holiday, they included Monday in that. So
I see.
By the end of, so like that was up until like probably like Monday at midnight. This is when they stopped counting, because I looked yesterday before they had stopped counting, and it was 130. Yeah, that is really fucking bad.
Yeah, so
that is really fucking bad.
By comparison, the movie's budget was 200 million, and they spent 65 million on advertising.
I think they definitely spent more than 65 million on advertising. So
it could be argued that they did, but they did not make their money back.
Yeah, yet. They might, but it's going to be pretty bad. So the good rule of thumb,
you want to know? Okay, what's your rule of thumb?
Insider secret. Mm-hmm. Insider secret is they're usually going to spend twice the amount of money that they said they spent. So whatever their budget was, double that. That's how much money they spent in total. Because the other half is going to be how much they spent on marketing. They did not spend just 65 million on marketing. No fucking way. Because they had a fucking Super Bowl ad. Okay? I think the 65 million was probably for that alone. Right? There's no fucking way they just spent 65 million. So
there you go.
No, yeah. So that no way they spent more. But yeah, definitely that's going to be a pretty it might make its money back. It might not, but that's a pretty hard disappointment for them. Yeah, I would say probably go see Transformers instead.
I like this pitch.
Yeah, it's got Pete Davidson in it.
It does.
I didn't know that. I literally did not know that.
Oh, I knew this months ago.
I didn't look into that at all, right? Because like the Transformer he voices doesn't say anything in the first few trailers, right?
No.
So I just had no idea.
They really hid that fact from us.
They really did, and I would have wanted to see it because I wanted to see it more now that they told me that Pete Davidson's in it.
I don't think that effect works on everybody, so that's why they didn't start with that. But you know, I want to talk about how well this movie did, because not like how well, but like, so I see it says it made $278 million.
Oh, that's better.
Which is like just kind of double The Flash.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I'm happy.
So I mean, we're really living in the world where Transformers is beating DC. I mean, well, granted they had to cast a guy with grooming charges and such, but it's that part is pretty bad. But I'm still rooting for Transformers. So
absolutely,
as a personal fan of the franchise series toy line.
I mean, are you? Yeah, of the toy line. I was about to say, are you really a fan of the Michael Bay Transformers?
I mean, I do like the movie, like not the movie he made, but the Transformers the movie.
Oh, the Transformers the movie. That's from right. 1986?
Yes.
That, oh my god, that shit is gas. I forgot just how much I fucking love that movie. Razzle. If you're familiar with them, they do a series called We Get Drunk and Watch. And they did the Transformers the movie.
Yeah, and that's a good movie for that kind of activity. That movie does a lot of it does a lot in one movie.
And they fucking loved it because it's fucking gas. That movie is so fucking sweet. Literally, oh my god, it's so fucking good. It's incredible. Go watch the Transformers the movie, then go watch Bumblebee, then go watch Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
Do you actually have to? So did you watch the new Transformers movie?
No, that was when I said I didn't even go see the movie that I wanted to see. That was what I was talking about. I
see. I don't know if you have to watch the Bumblebee movie to watch this movie. I mean, I like the Bumblebee movie, but I don't know if it's connected enough to this movie that you have to see it. And
go watch the Bumblebee movie.
It's as good as the Transformers the movie.
Go watch the Bumblebee movie because
why? Give me a good reason.
It's good. Give me a good because of just the opening scene alone where they're on Cybertron. Literally just that. For the fucking designs of all the Decepticons and the Autobots.
That's not the whole movie. Great.
I don't care. I don't fucking care. The action's really good as well. There you go. The action's really good as well. There you go.
John Cena's in it.
John Cena is in it, and he's actually pretty good.
For some reason.
I like John Cena as an actor.
I like him too, but I don't know why he's in the movie.
Because he's a gruff, military-looking guy. Even though I don't think he was ever actually in the Marines. I think I looked it up. He was never actually in the military.
Well, I can believe that,
but yeah, I want to hang out with John Cena so bad. I want to hang out with John Cena because he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Right.
No, he seems like a really fun, chill guy. I wouldn't ask him anything about Taiwan, personally.
Being chilling.
I think that's a hot hot subject for him.
Yeah.
But uh, everything else, he actually pretty chill. Good man, that John Cena.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, he's
Peacemaker was great. Go watch Peacemaker as well. That's fucking great. My God.
yes.
My fucking God, it was so good. I think they're keeping
And
that
Ezra
cast.
Miller isn't in it.
No, he is.
Oh,
He is
he is.
in the last
Oh
episode.
shit! Oops.
Him and Jason Momoa.
My
Oops,
bad.
spoilers. Spoilers, but you should have fucking watched the show anyway. Fuck you.
Well,
Fuck you. Go fuck
if
yourself.
you're trying to detox yourself from Ezra Miller, it's not a good show to watch.
He only has like one line. It's fine.
I know.
It's whatever. Yeah. Yeah. And you can just turn it off right when you see him show up. Yeah. Don't fucking bother with it. It sucks. Ezra Miller, fucking terrible. Get them out of here. Get that motherfucker out of Hollywood and into a jail cell forever. Life in prison. Life in prison. But yeah, there you go. Go watch Peacemaker. What else? But yeah, I'm still really mad that the Netflix thing worked. I'm so fucking pissed because all the streaming services are gonna fucking do that now.
Yeah, they might.
All the streaming services are gonna do that.
It's like when I don't know if it was Xbox that did it first with Xbox Live, where they made NetPlay subscription. But
yeah, and then everyone else did.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
In a sense.
I'm a little frustrated about that too, but that happened before my time, honestly.
You know, no
that was
other
a
way.
long time ago. Yeah. But then Xbox made Game Pass, and that was a really good thing, right? Because you know they I think they more than redeemed themselves with the invention of Game Pass, and they made the rest of the industry do it too. You know, because PlayStation made a Game Pass, a similar thing to Game Pass, and I think probably Steam and Epic Games will too. But yeah, the Xbox Game Pass is a really good deal. I think I've talked about it before, and I'll say it again. Game Pass is fantastic, and I love it. It's a great service.
What do they do that's different?
So it's, I think it used to be like $1, and you got like
I'm already sold.
300 games. Yeah. On PC, it's a little bit more expensive. But it's still worth it. It's still worth it. But yeah, it's let me look it up. They might have raised the price.
If you can't find something to play in 300 games, I would consider something wrong with you.
Game Pass price. So Game Pass Ultimate is $15, but you get I think you also get EA Play as well. But where's the normal Game Pass? Join Xbox Game Pass. Yeah. How much is the original? Oh, Game Pass Ultimate also includes Xbox Live Gold. So
it included Xbox Live.
Yeah. So that's
So it was just a better version of their service. Yeah. Okay.
Game Pass Ultimate is So Xbox Live Gold, $10 a month. And then for the extra $5, you also get EA Play and normal Game Pass. So it's it's really good. It's really good. And anything made by Xbox Game Studios, same day as release. So Halo Infinite, same day release, got it instantly. Got it, played it. Yeah. Go get Game Pass. It's really good.
See, that's why you come here, is to know where all the good stuff is out there and what all the bad stuff is. Netflix, bad.
Exactly.
HBO, somehow not the same until they enact that policy, in which case we might need to have a conversation about it.
2 weeks. I give it 2 weeks.
Okay.
If that.
Hey, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I mean, like, the everyone's gonna have the numbers from Netflix's marketing, so they're gonna see what money they racked in from doing that.
Millions of dollars. Millions.
So yeah, that's maybe we should just
We're
all go
fucked.
outside and touch some
Our
grass.
society is fucked. Yes. Touch some grass. I go outside every day and I touch grass. It's great. You should try it sometime.
I try to be a writer and get paid for it unsuccessfully.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
I'm just cycling Netflix's practices.
Yep. You're fucked. You're fucked. You're all fucked. We're
a,
all fucked as a
I
society.
did see a writer's strike in Times Square. That was amusing,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The- yes.
Now here's what I don't like.
What's that?
I think conservatively, 80% of the writers striking right now are fucking hacks. 80%, at least.
You don't think they're writers?
No, they're hacks. Like they are writers, but they're hacks. They're the people writing for like Grey's Anatomy, right? I think we're treating the writer's strike as a monolith when really a lot of writers are getting paid too much for what they do, which is awful.
I actually don't think that's true. I think it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna pick on a few writers for like not pulling the same weight as other writers, but
I will say
I want to say that like I think that the laws that they have are like made so that don't quote me on this, but I think they were being paid what was normal when the laws were written, and since then, costs and inflation and prices have changed. But
yes, but everyone's getting paid like that. Everyone's getting paid like that. Nobody's wages have risen.
But
that's
well, I wouldn't say nobody. Like I'd say people outside of that industry probably have had their wages improve over time.
But like the federal minimum wage and like most states' minimum wage has barely risen, and not at a commensurate rate with inflation and cost of living. The federal minimum wage is still $7.25. And I know that wage push inflation is a thing, but at the same time, you can't not do that. You can't not raise it. Like we're fucked. We're fucked either way, but raising the wage would probably be less of a fucking at this point.
Yeah.
Because you can't lower the cost. Once the inflation happens, that ship has fucking sailed.
I see.
So you can't really do that much about it. So you're fucked either way. We're all gonna die. Synecdoche, New York. Good night, everyone. Big red button time. Let's do that. Let's red button a big.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Do you have one?
Well, no.
All right, I have one. Big red button. The Flash movie is 10 out of 10 masterclass cinema, but at the beginning of it, Ezra Miller is on screen for 10 minutes, and they just tell you to go fuck yourself for 10 straight. And they just gloat the whole time.
I don't know. Would that that sounds in it itself entertaining, like awful, but like still entertaining.
they just like gloat for 10 minutes.
Like
and
this
is
new footage, more content. I mean, I guess I'm obligated not to, but the idea that James Gunn's words that this is like the best superhero movie.
It's not. It's not. He's being paid to say that.
I know.
He,
It's
yeah,
but it's so funny he said that. Like
yeah,
it's like we know he's not like telling us the truth. But like but like
yeah,
it would be really funny if he was actually like tipping his hat off and this movie was like that cinematic masterpiece. And they did tell James Gunn to go fuck himself for 10 minutes before he watched it.
he, not just James Gunn,
Cuz
everyone,
it
all
yeah,
of Hollywood.
yeah, no, that's the point. That's what I'm saying. Is like everyone would have to be told to go fuck themselves before they watch the movie. Like it wouldn't like yeah, I would sacrifice the fact that I wouldn't watch cinematic masterpiece by going into the theater and seeing the movie myself. But knowing that everyone else who did got told to go fuck themselves for going and seeing that and you know having all their prior knowledge about I don't
Yeah,
know about
yeah,
everything in that movie walking in.
yeah,
So you know what? Since I press it, I press it.
yeah,
I press it. Everyone, go watch the Flash. If I press the red button, or don't. Actually, don't watch it.
yeah.
But you know,
Still don't watch it,
laugh
but
laugh at the fact that everyone who did had to sit through 10 minutes of Ezra Miller telling them to go fuck themselves.
yeah, yeah.
Because I mean,
I mean,
who is like you have to be given the lowest person on the ballot or on the on the cast list to tell you to go fuck yourself.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I think it's definitely
Like
deserved at this.
they didn't pick out like another person to have that honor. They picked the worst person.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the worst part of it is there's two Ezra Millers in the whole movie.
I know.
There's two of them.
What if it was two Ezra Millers telling you to go fuck yourself? Or what if it was
What
like
if
Zack Snyder and they added like 10 minutes to the end of the movie and it was the other Ezra Miller telling you go fuck yourself?
they cloned Ezra Miller in real life and now there's two of them?
We don't need that. We actually don't need that. Honestly, that trailer was scary for giving the idea that there could be two Ezra Millers existing at
I don't
once.
I don't think the US justice system could handle it. I'm going to be honest with you. I think they commit enough crimes as is in one person. If there were two, they'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, especially because like most of what he's accused of is like overseas. Like, what the fuck? He would
What was
be.
in Hawaii? Hawaii is technically overseas, but it's not a different
Yes,
country.
then my statement still works by a technicality.
I I mean, I guess that is the best kind of correctness, but also fuck you.
Mhm.
But
Would you
yeah.
press it? I guess you asked me, but I want to know.
I don't know. That's hard. Cuz at one time, fuck Ezra Miller, but at the same time, it's just really funny to just like have everyone know like this is what you asked for. Go fuck yourself. This is what you wanted. This is what you paid for. You paid good money for this. Go fuck yourself. Like that is supremely funny.
I mean, it's true. It's true. Everyone who goes in there is gonna have given a little bit of their money to the royalties of Ezra Miller.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely I don't like that. I'm not happy about that. I'm
Yeah.
not happy
I,
it's making
I wouldn't be
Miller.
happy, but like the small inkling of knowledge that everyone there was told to fuck off by
Yeah.
by the worst person in that movie, it just it's like justice served from the other end.
Yeah, Justice Served from the Justice League. Hell yeah, I can get behind that. Yeah.
Great word
Do you have anything
choice.
else you want to add?
No, I think I will continue to be in Berlin after this
You
podcast
know,
ends.
that's true.
And
That's true. When do you come home?
it's Thursday, I think.
Thursday. Okay. Let's record
Friday.
Friday, and then do you want to do the movie after?
Yeah, because I don't get back until the end of Friday.
Okay.
In fact,
let's do-
it says like, yeah, my flight is like all the way to the end of the day. So I think
Yeah.
I'm not
Most
around till
definitely.
tomorrow, the day after that. But that's,
Yeah.
that
So,
movie doesn't come
we
out
should-
till a while. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too hyped on for this
well, no,
movie. Just
it's coming out on uh oh yeah, not this Friday, next Friday.
Yep.
So it's coming. It's
exactly.
yeah. Yeah,
So
we've got plenty of time to watch all four.
ah,
That's why all four.
oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
man.
Do we watch the bad one first and then watch the good ones to get the taste out of our mouth, or do we just power through it?
I think we can power through it because, like,
All right.
I like to talk about what's good about the first movie. I think, and I don't want to like remember, like, I don't want all the Crystal Skull stuff to be fresh. That's like not a mood. It's not something I want to put myself through. Like it
Yeah.
has like characters from the first movie that just kind of get diluted by existing in the fourth movie.
Yeah. But think about it, right? Dial of Destiny, no matter how bad it is going to look like a masterpiece compared to Crystal Skull. So, win-win, right?
I mean, I don't know how much of a win that is, but it is probably true. It is probably going to be better than that at the very least.
It's like comparing the sequels to the prequels, right?
No.
Like Force Awakens.
Nope.
Nope. Last Jedi.
It's more like comparing the sequels to each other.
No, the sequels are all roughly at the same level of quality. My Star Wars ranking list goes by trilogy as well, right? They're all neatly packed together in the trilogy, right? My top 3 are the OT, my middle 3 are the sequels, and my bottom 3 are the prequels. They're all nice and packed together because all the trilogies are roughly on the same level of quality. And that includes the sequels. The Rise of Skywalker is just as good as The Force Awakens, and that is a hill I will die on.
Well, all right then.
And well, that's a great way.
I don't agree with it, but it is definitely an opinion to put out there.
Yeah. Well, I'll stand by it till the end of time.
Okay.
But let's thank some patrons and head on out of here. Thank you, Justin Connor, for being a patron for God knows how long. I think like 10 months.
Yeah, I
maybe
think you counted it before.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the support. It really means a lot. It really helps us out. We get to do cool stuff like going to see Indiana Jones next month. So that's not next month. Next week.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah. No, well, not next month because I definitely don't want to see it. Or I definitely want to see it before July, of course. So yeah, we'll go see it next week. So thank you very much for supporting us for that. If you want to get a cool shout out, that's only $3. But if you want to get your free trial for the $5 tier, listen to all these episodes ad free and early. Go on over there, and you'll also get to listen to these movie commentaries when they come out. So that's pretty cool as well. Hope you're excited about that. And patreon.com/IIHS podcast, all one word. If you want to find us on Instagram and Twitter and now YouTube, we are at IIHS podcast, all one word, on all of those. So go check us out there. We'll be putting up the older episodes over on YouTube eventually.
Hmm.
Bear with us while we do that. But yeah, we'll be working on that. And other than that, I've been incredibly influential,
And I've been highly successful.
and we will catch up with you guys next week.